Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me, guys. The famous trainer Robert Garcia told what advice he gave to the former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. According to Garcia, Joshua should train in the United States, even if he doesn't want to work with him anymore. Even if he doesn't work with me, I would like him to come to the United States to training. He has to set up his training camp here, change his routine, get out of his comfort zone. This is what I recommended to him. Anthony needs a gym with other fighters, other champions, more examples, more people who can motivate him. It will cheer him up. I think that if someone trains by himself, he loses motivation, the coach said. Garcia suspects that Anthony will work with Derrick James, so he is sure that the Briton will hold his training camp in the United States. I feel that he will decide to move to the United States after all. It's just that Anthony is going to meet with a coach like Derrick James, who is very busy and will most likely refuse to leave the United States. I doubt that AJ's plans include taking him to Europe. Therefore, I think he will stay here. Joshua needs drastic changes, Garcia said. The famous British specialist Dominic Ingle criticized the former heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua for his approach to change coaches after each defeat. Even if people like Robert Garcia are unable to help Joshua, it only says one thing: it's not about the coach, but about Anthony himself, Ingle said in an interview. What could I advise Joshua? He needs to cut loads with his entire team today, push them aside, and trust a good coach. He should listen and do whatever this person tells him, and forget about his ego. Until he does, don't expect any progress from him. It doesn't matter which specialist he chooses and what he is going to do. There are too many people around him who say all sorts of things to him, sometimes going against the guidelines of the head coach. In the end, Anthony Joshua needs to get rid of all the hunger zone. He needs to go back to the very beginning, when his head was busy with training and not thinking about what a superstar he is, Ingle said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Tyson Fury walked over his compatriot David T for not entering the ring against him twice. Initially, the heavyweights were supposed to fight back in 2013, but he received a dissection and the fight had to be postponed to a later time. However, a month and a half later, Haymaker, who underwent a complex operation on the advice of doctors, suddenly announced at the end of his sports career. I think my fight with David Haye would sell the stadium, Fury said in an interview. At least he should have, shouldn't he? But he pulled out of the fight twice, didn't he? Fucking asshole. He did it twice. Once he had an eye injury and the second time he had shoulder surgery. I don't even know how he looked at himself in the mirror in the morning after that, Tyson Fury said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.